Okay, I think I am good to go. Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Yes, super. Hi, Jeannie.
Hi.
Super, great. Just technical, making sure everything is okay. So good evening, everyone. Good evening from Dublin this evening. My name is Niamh and I'm one of your hosts this evening, along with the lovely Jeannie McGinnis. As you all know, Jeannie is one of our UK and Ireland product advisors, who's going to give us some fantastic professional advice this evening on our skincare. I'm going to be talking you through my top tips on how I have developed my customer base and how I maintain my customer base in my business. This is an interactive webinar, so do grab your pen and paper, take lots of notes, and we will take lots of questions and answers at the end. Our goal this evening is that you leave this webinar with lots of product knowledge, and then also have the confidence and skills to go out and talk to people about it, therefore build your business. Okay, can everyone hear me? Some people are saying they can't hear. James, you can hear okay? Yeah, okay, everyone can hear, that's super. So while everyone is logging on, and I know people are probably running a few minutes late and we've started bang on time, I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself and my story and my journey with Forever so far.
If somebody can't hear you, just log out and log back in. There's enough room on the call for you to do that in time, and you're just going to miss Niamh's story.
That's James, by the way. James is here, our technical advisor for this evening, to make sure it all goes okay. So if you can't hear me, you know, mind you, they won't be able to hear that. Okay, if somebody could type, that would be great. Okay, so my story this evening, and my journey with Forever so far. I joined Forever. I first came across Forever 14 years ago, and you know, when I was first approached about Forever, I said no, I'm not interested, it wouldn't be for me. Then a year later I was approached again by someone different, and I thought at that point, yes, I will have a look. I'm a beauty therapist by trade. I'm iTech, SIPTech, Sedesco trained. I'm fully qualified in Dermalogica, Thalgo, Gino. I've worked with a lot of really good skincares. My passion has always been skincare. But the one thing that kind of got me all the time was leaving my little boy when I'd be going to work. Like lots of mums, and the predicament that lots of parents are in every day, I found myself in. So when I was offered Forever, and I was offered, you know, that time flexibility, I could really see a way that I could be that stay-at-home mum and still have an income for myself. To be honest, I was looking for €50 to €100 per week. That's really what I wanted out of Forever, and I could immediately see that with our retailing opportunity, which I took and I ran with, completely ran with. And within a few weeks, I was able to give up my job as a beauty therapist. So I plugged myself into Forever. I knew nothing about network marketing. I had no experience in business, in working for myself. I always worked for someone else, so I was always an employee. But I found the entrepreneur flair inside me. I absolutely loved working for myself. But I plugged myself into the Forever business model. I plugged myself into the exact same model that you have your hands on. I've used the exact same products, it's the exact same marketing plan, and I have built an amazing business for our family over the last 13 years. I didn't run with this. It wasn't like a race for me to run up the marketing plan. I hear lots of people that do it very, very fast. I didn't. It took me 1.5 years to get to manager, but I built a very, very firm foundations. And I built it well, and I built it right. And I think if you do that, that's a big, big thing in Forever. So what has it given us over the last 13 years? Well, gosh, so much. What started out, you know, as a €50, €100 a week income very, very quickly grew as I chased all the incentives and as I worked my way up the marketing plan over the years. It allowed me to be a stay-at-home mom, which is what I always wanted to be. Our family grew to 3 children who are now 16, 12 and 8. So I have a very, very busy home. But Forever has given me the one thing that nothing else could have given me, and that's time. Time at home with them, time to be a mom, and never missing an opportunity. And I can fully say I have been there present with them 100% while fitting Forever in around being that busy mom at home. nearly 8 years ago. James got made redundant, so James is in the room here. And you know, it's hard to believe, isn't it, James, that it's 8 years? It really, really is hard to believe. He was in the printing industry. He had a really, really good income. So I didn't join Forever for the big income. I joined purely for that small income. But 8 years ago, he got made redundant. As I said, he was in the printing industry, and overnight his job was gone. So he joined me, and from that year, they say two heads are better than one. Well, definitely in our business, it gave us focus. And I think when your back is against the wall and suddenly it has to become a bigger income, that's when our business exploded. So we have just done our 8th consecutive chairman's bonus check. So we will be in Stockholm lifting that in a few weeks. We've just been pinned Sapphire managers. We have a really, really good business. And I would encourage all of you to put all of these things on your goal boards, on your dream boards, and just run with it. Absolutely run with it. So well done being on the call tonight, because there's so many people that could be on the call and they're not. So what you're going to learn tonight will be invaluable for your business, and that's what we really, really want. We want you to have the tools, we want you to have the confidence, and between Jeannie and myself, we will do our very best in the next hour or so to go through these slides with you and to answer any questions that you have at the end. So I think now is where, hang on, slides. How do I work this now? Click on this. Hang on a second. No. Ah, there you go. Okay, so what's to come in tonight's webinar? So we have an overview of Forever's skincare ranges, including Infinite of Forever, Sonia Daily Skincare, and Forever's targeted skincare products. We have examples of skincare regimes for each skin type using Forever products, who to target with Forever skincare products, how to retail Forever skincare systems and individual products, how to host the perfect pamper party. Well, I don't know if there's such thing as a perfect one, but we'll give it a really good shot of you hosting a really good pamper party, how to generate interest in beauty products on social media, and then a reminder of Infinite by Forever discounts throughout April and May, so all our special offers, an announcement of a retail incentive, and then we will run through the tools available from head office to help you retail the products. And then, of course, the questions at the end again. So, sorry now. Okay, so super. So now I'm going to pass over to Jeannie, who is going to do an amazing job. I know she is. She's our UK and Ireland skincare advisor, one of them, and she is going to go through all of that with you. So over to you, Jeannie.
All right. So can everyone see me?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, fantastic. So basically, I have been with Forever officially for about 2 years, unofficially in talks and in dialogue a lot longer than that. And my role is a beauty and skincare trainer for the UK and Ireland, but I've been in the health and wellness and beauty industry since the late 80s in some capacity, so in different forms. And so anyhow, I'm really excited today to talk about our new collections of skincare. We've had a lot of transition in Forever, so those who've been around a long time, they know that in the last 2 years, we've kind of had some comings and goings, but it's all settled. And so let's go first into kind of what's going on in the beauty world and in trends. So let's go to the next slide. Here we go. So the first one is trends that are happening right now. We have one called the 360-degree beauty trend that actually started in 2018, at least getting a lot more traction. And I think it's growing, and I think it's going to continue to grow and not slow down. And really what this means is beauty, and when we say beauty, it's health as well, is a holistic thing. It's lifestyle, it's what you eat, it's how you treat your body, it's stress, but also topically what you put on your skin. So skincare is not just what you do, it's a holistic approach. And that's only increasing. But what I love about Forever is that I think we've already kind of been on this for a long time. I mean, we all know aloe is fantastic for your digestive health. The problem is that if you have a normal diet, you probably only get about 1% of the nutrients to your skin. And so if you have a healthier diet, you're going to get a little bit more, but still, even though your skin is your largest organ, it is the last in line in getting nutrients. That's why it's important to have the healthy diet, important to have digestive health, but also important to have topical ingredients. The next slide is another trend. So going to the next slide. Well, hello, next slide. Okay, here we go. Is the next trend is 2019 is all about not just UV sun damage and trying to prevent that, but also damage from pollution. I think pollution is kind of like the new sun, so to speak. And when we talk about trying to protect yourself from pollution, because you're going to see a lot of products on High Street that are all about anti-pollution and how to protect you from that. Really what that is when you're around pollutants, your skin and your cells react by inflammation and oxidative stress. And when we have our trainings, we go through all these buzzwords like oxidative stress and antioxidants and free radicals. But there is an increase of free radicals when you experience pollution. And so topically, you want to protect your skin. You want to give it a barrier against losing moisture, losing hydration, but also a barrier for keeping and retaining it in. And then, you know, the detox, the cleansing, the purifying, that's what you want in your products. And obviously Forever is very clued into that, and that's what a lot of our products have. So let's get in to the next slide. So let's talk about your skin and skin types. Science identifies 3 skin types. You have oily, combination, and dry. If you have oily skin, you're going to know that you have oily skin. And basically, it's going to feel sticky, tacky, greasy. If you have dry skin, you know you have dry skin as well. And it's going to feel flaky, rough patches, tight, maybe red. But if you have combination skin, and I have people go, well, what is my skin type? I don't know. That's usually combination skin. And you're going to have fluctuating skin. Now, it could be normal, but there really isn't a normal, so to speak, identified by science. It's going to be healthy, but you're going to fluctuate throughout, you know, whether you have stress, hormones, pregnancy, any of those things can affect your skin. And so you have one of the 3 types. Our goal is really to kind of be in that middle combination where you're balanced. So let's go to our next slide, which is our collections. So we've got 3 collections here. I'm going to walk through each set, but just an overview of what they're geared towards. Obviously, our foundation is aloe. Aloe in most of our topical products is the top ingredient. And aloe, when I talk about in our skincare trainings, there's actually multiple reasons of why aloe is amazing on your skin. I think one of the first ones is that aloe is an adaptogen. An adaptogen means that it helps your skin adapt to itself of what it's supposed to be. So no matter your age, no matter your skin type, what it's supposed to be in a healthy kind of way, it's going to adapt to that. It also helps adapt to what your pH balance should be. And so there's a lot of reasons why aloe is amazing for your skin type, and that is our base and foundation. But looking at it, we've got 2 ranges. We have our Sony Daily Gel System range and our Infinite by Forever range. And these are 2 regimes that you would do on a consistent basis twice a day. So a cleanser and a moisturizer twice a day. And then we have our targeted collection. The targeted collection is all about needs and preferences. So a great example is the toner. I love a toner. I don't use it all the time. But Forever was clever because aloe is our foundational, ingredient. Why reinvent the wheel? So they made something that could work with all skin types in this. So let's go to our next slide. Next slide. Let's talk about Infinite by Forever. This is our premium anti-aging skincare range, and it's got 4 revolutionary products. It's all about bringing water and moisture in and keeping that moisture loss out. So a good moisture barrier. It also is all about, I don't know how much you know about skin, and we talk again about in our trainings about what happens to your skin as it ages. And the unfortunate thing, as you age, you start to lose things, like you lose your skin's ability to, it begins to decrease on how it exfoliates naturally. That's why you need an exfoliator. You begin to lose collagen. And by the time you hit around 40, it starts to significantly drop. Collagen is what gives your skin its structure and keeps it and holds it. That's why, the older you get, the more gravity kind of takes over. You start to begin to lose your elastin and hyaluronic acid. These are things that are found in your skin that you lose naturally. So this is all about helping that, because yes, we are going to age, but are we going to age well? And this is, I think there's when we think about anti-aging or anti-aging, we think, oh, well, that's for people maybe over 40. Actually, it's for those of us who begin to see dryness, because as your skin matures, it's going to get drier. But also, if you start to see signs of premature aging. So if you use sunbeds when you're 16 years old, you probably are going to have a more rapid aging progression in your skin. But the beautiful thing is that you can begin to put the brakes on that and even backpedal a bit. No, we're not going to totally reverse the signs of aging, but we can backpedal a bit and begin to restore some things that are being lost. And so this is a high performance premium type of package that we offer. There's synergy when you get the four, they all work together and they're going to be synergistic together, though you can use them individually. And I'll talk about in a minute how you can actually use them with the other sets as well. So let me walk through some of these real quickly. So we've got our hydrating cleanser. Like I said, it's in the name. It's all about hydration. It's also really good for sensitive skin. It's a milky cleanser. Then we go on and we've got our firming serum. It is our award-winning Infinite by Forever firming serum. I always say award-winning because that was a really big deal. If you know anything about serums, serums are smaller particles and higher concentration of less ingredients. And most serums, unless it's specific, does not contain oil. So this one does not contain oil, which means actually you could use it for all skin types, including oily skin. But it's got hyaluronic acid. It has a high concentration of aloe in it. It's got peptides. Peptides are what help promote the production of collagen, which is what we're losing and what we need. And so it's a beautiful formulation. Serums are always a little bit more expensive, but they're always to where you can use a lot less because there's a higher concentration. And then serums also are smaller particles and they go deeper and they pave the way for your moisture. And so our restoring cream is our last in the regime that you do twice a day. And it has 15 potent skin conditioning ingredients. And it's all about that moisture barrier and protecting the skin. And so one of my favorite ingredients in there is the Centipede Cunningham Hamii. As I found out, that's a British pronunciation, Hamii. And actually, this ingredient is quite pungent. The smell does go away within about 2 or 3 minutes, and that's probably the smell you smell when you use it. It's very woodsy, but this ingredient in particular is known to reduce the depth of the appearance of wrinkles. And so it's a very potent and powerful ingredient, 1 of 15. And that's in the restoring cream. And then last but not least is our only beauty supplement. And working together, what this does, it's got everything from biotin, which helps your hair. And then of course it's got ceramides in it, which is also in the skin. And that's something that we also start to lose as we age. And what is hit with oxidative stress. So we're replenishing that and restoring that. And then it's got it has all those lovely, that collagen that we need. And so testimonials of people who've been using this are that it's not just affecting their face, which is what we're going for, but it's also a holistic thing. It's your hair, your nails. And so It's our supplement that's fantastic. It's a set, it's synergy, but you can also use these with some of our other products. So let's go on to our next one. Well, actually, just to review. So Infinite by Forever, it targets what, you remember that trend I was talking about of the pollution, you know, the UV damage. This is what Infinite is really targeting, and you can use it from about the age of 25 onwards if you start to see dryness, if you start to see signs of premature aging. So next set. Sonia Daily Gel System. This has come out in the last year and it's fantastic. We're getting so many great reports, but overall it is a gel-based system, and that what this is it's for oily skin and for combination skin. Remember I said that is your largest demographic, 18 to 45, but you can start using this, and kids are using this from about the age of 12 when they start seeing that hormone fluctuation and they need to begin to control the oils that are being overproduced in those early years. So we start off with our gel cleanser. It's got a nice light natural foaming and it's got baobab oil in it. Baobab is fantastic, and you need oil, the right oils to cut oils. It's not going to clog pores. And of course, it's the gel-based system, so it's going to melt right in there. Then we're going to go on to the illuminating gel. Now, this is a really interesting product that a lot of people are like, well, what do you use this for? Again, this whole system is all about oil control, and it's got the botanicals in this that are fantastic. One of them is the red clover flower extract, and that's all about reducing the appearance of pores. It also has licorice. Licorice is one of the top 20 botanicals that are being Googled right now because there's so many studies about all the amazing benefits. One of it is helping oil production and keeping that in check and balance. But the other thing is yes, this is all about, you know, when you put it on, and you've got large pores, it's going to come in, it's going to help reduce the appearance of pores, give it a little bit more of a matte look to it, kind of a healthy shine versus a greasy, unhealthy look. But also it's got encapsulated peptides in there. And these peptides are in there, and they go in, and it's going to go in and it's going to help bring a glow where there's dryness. So it's also a great anti-aging product as well. And the licorice in there and those Asian botanicals work together, and we're getting testimonies of those who are using this product, especially those who have maturing skin, that they're seeing a lot more even skin tone. I mean, like dramatically different over, you know, several months of use of a more even skin tone. Then we're going to go to our moisturizer. When my daughter, now I have 2 teenagers, and when this set came out, my daughter was like, you know, she's about to turn 16. She's like, Mom, I don't want a moisturizer. I've got really oily skin. I was like, well, actually, everyone needs a moisturizer, but it's all about how much oil is in there and what types of oils, because it is all about oil control. But you need hydration. And so this is a highly hydrating but oil controlling moisturizer. It's gel based, so it's melting. It goes straight into the skin. It's so light. And it's a fantastic moisturizer, especially for those who are oily or combination. But it is interesting because I've met people who are in their 60s who are loving it. And that's probably because their skin is a little bit more oily to begin with versus drier. And so that's what, I mean, so all skin types can use this, but it's meant for oily or combination. And last but not least, about 2 to 3 times a week, we've got our sleeping mask, our only sleeping mask. Sleeping masks are on the rise, about 300% in the last few years. And the reason is because your skin reacts differently when you sleep. When you sleep, your skin barrier is a lot thinner, and so ingredients can go deeper. Your skin cell turnover is going to be more rapid. So that's going to help that healthy skin cell turnover, and that healthy skin and younger skin come out more quickly if you've got products sitting on that working as you sleep. Now, again, it's got the licorice in it. It's got so it's got basil. So you've got, you know, some that basil really helps sluggish skin, congested skin. And really, this is meant for, again, that oil control and combination, but it's also a good skin nutrient. So let's go on to our targeted range. I love the targeted range. The targeted range is not really range, actually. It's a collection, and it's going to continue probably to get a few more items over the next few years, but it's all about needs and preferences. So we have our, I'm just going to go through this right here, but we've got our exfoliator, our smoothing exfoliator, which is fantastic, and it's got the bamboo extract. Of course, we have no artificial microbeads or anything like that, or yucky kind of stuff in there, but it's a real fine exfoliator. I would recommend not doing it more than 2 to 3 times a week. You don't want to overstimulate your skin. However, for men with who shave especially, this is a great aid right before shaving. And we've had a lot of testimonies of men who've been using this before a shave, and it's actually helping with getting a better shave and helping with that hair growth. And so that's a good men's skincare, if you didn't know that. Then we have our balancing toner. Of course, we're not going to have any stripping alcohols in there. It's a beautiful toner that's very moisturizing, actually. It's got the aloe in a high concentration, but it also has hyaluronic acid. Hyaluronic acid, again, is found in the skin, but can be also replenished. And so you're going to feel it, and you're going to feel the moisturizing, but it also gives that extra little cleanse if you want it in your skincare routine. The aloe activator is kind of vague. I use it as an all-purpose product because it is 100% aloe in the aloe. Now it's 98% aloe in the aloe activator because there's an added comfrey plant extract that's a skin conditioner. But this is wonderful, especially to help soothe the skin. And so for those who have maybe more, what's the compliant word, troubled skin, it's going to be very soothing and refreshing. Or maybe you've had some sun damage. This is a great product to use. Going on to the eye cream, this is a fantastic dual purpose eye cream. It's not greasy, but it's got collagen in it, and it's got peptides in it. So it's going to help produce and help with that production of collagen, which is what you're losing, especially in the eye area as you age. And you can put it both under and on the lid, and it brings a real alertness and awakeness, but really consistency is key because you're going to see a lot more hydration as you use it consistently. We've got our Protecting Day Lotion, which is our SPF, protect you from aging and burning rays, UVA and UVB rays. I use this right before I put on my makeup because really, there's a lot of stats out there that about 80% of visible facial signs of premature aging come from UV rays and the lack of protection. And so really, the more you can protect yourself, especially as you age, as your skin gets more vulnerable, the more you're going to put the brakes on premature aging. And then last but not least, my favorite new product is the Aloe Biocellulose Mask, which is all about hydration. All about hydration. So remember what I said about the serum, where it's highly concentrated. Well, basically, this is putting a serum on your face for 20 minutes. And it's got the aloe, it has the green tea, the horse chestnut, and it's just concentrated products on your face. It's the biodegradable, and it works for about 15 minutes. The initial products, the glycerin, the horse chestnut work to just hydrate the face. But then after 15 minutes, the actual mask begins to break down of the aloe and the coconut. And that too begins to go in and bring hydration in. So this is a fabulous self-care product that I love. And any skin type can use it. So let's move on. So how do you use these products? Well, we've kind of written out right there just who can use what, but I just want to say, really, you can do a lot of mix and matching. The products can work together. Of course, you're going to get synergy in the sets. So in the Sonia Daily Gel System, you're going to get synergy in the Infinite by Forever, but you can use both as they're needed. The only things you need to be concerned about is moisture. If you've got oily skin or combination, you're probably going to want to stick to the Sonia Soothing Gel Moisturizer. But if you've got drier or more mature skin, you're going to want to go and get more moisture, so the restoring cream. But the restoring cream would be too much for oily skin. So that's really where you need to be careful. I would also say with this, the gel mask, that's meant for more combination and oily skin, but if you have drier skin, it might be a little too much for you, or you might only want to do it on certain areas. I know for me it's too much because I'm, you know, going into my upper 40s. But if I do have a little blemish or flare up, so to speak, I might just put it on the spot and then leave it overnight as well. So if you can look on the list, you know, the cleanser, the Sonia gel, the toner, the moisturizer, eye cream, all those can be used on a daily basis. The same over in the combination skin. And then you can add the serum as a treat over in the oily skin. You can add the mask. I mean, the mask is of the aloe biocellulose mask can be used for all skin types. And then of course, don't do more than 2 to 3 times a week with the exfoliator. So let's go on. You can see in the combination skin, the same thing, but you can probably add the serum a little bit more. And then in dry skin or maturing skin, you've got the Sonia Hydrating Cleanser. Now I want to say you can also use the gel cleanser on dry skin as well, but the hydrating cleanser is going to give it that hydration that you need. So I actually use both. I use the gel cleanser because it will cut my makeup a little bit more at night, but I have the hydrating cleanser actually in my shower and I use it in the morning. And so I use both. And then you've got the illuminating gel because it's got those peptides, the firming serum, which is incredible, and then the restoring cream, eye cream, of course, they have the peptides as well, protecting your skin when it's maturing with the protecting day lotion, and of course the masks. So let's move on. All right, and so we've got a special going on until the 31st of May, a discount on the full Infinite by Forever kit, 15%, and then 10% on individual items. Next slide. What do we cover in the skincare training day? I know we have a few left before the summer holidays come, and so we cover those buzzwords like the antioxidants, ceramides, you know, all those things, hyaluronic acid, acid mantle, all those things. What are they? And I really break it down to where you can take those terms and just share them in an easy format with your customers. I talk about men's skincare because that's getting bigger and bigger and growing. Key ingredients, of course, and I go into quite a lot of detail with each of our products. I talk about our classic products as well that we have. I talk about aloe and all the benefits that it has in skincare because end of the day, if you only have 30 seconds, you can always talk about aloe and our topical products. What happens to your skin, details on how the products work together, compliance help. That can always be a little confusing, so we break that down and make that a little bit more simplistic. Pamper parties, demos, we do a lot of workshop format, and then of course we now have 4 masks. So how do they work together and what's what and how do they function? So next slide. There you go, Neve.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Jeannie. That was amazing. I just actually got a text from one of my team to say, oh my goodness, you're so knowledgeable. You're fantastic. So thank you very, very much.
Oh, good.
Already the compliments are flying in for you. Okay, do I just click here, James? Oh, sorry, hang on a second. Me and technology. Yay. Okay, we're on. Okay, so for me to finish this off, now you've got so much information from Jeannie, which is fantastic. So my role in this presentation is to help you, the forever business owner, with my experience. So let me help you in these 4 areas. So who to target with the products, how to generate interest in beauty products on social media, how to retail the system and individual products, and how to host the perfect pamper party. Well, I'm not so sure about perfect, but how to host a pretty good one anyway. And I really would think these 4 areas are not just limited to skincare either. I hope you adapt what you learned tonight in all the products in our range, because really and truly what I'm going to share with you is for across the board in all our products. It's not just on skincare. Okay, but first remember that we are networkers. They're eyeballs, in case you're wondering. And this is something that, you know, I've learned over and over again with Dr. Tom Barrett. You know, our job is to get our product and our business opportunity in front of new eyeballs every single day. I firmly believe the opportunity is around us every single day. We just need to find it and meet it with preparation. So tonight is about preparation. We're learning the product knowledge, but that is so, so important. But what's most important is getting out there and and telling people about our range and getting it out in front of new people. There's no point in becoming a training junkie and having all this information in your mind if you don't do what we get paid to do, and that's put our product and our opportunity in front of people every day. So a networker will engage with the people around them. A networker will strike up conversations, ask questions, and find people to tell them about the opportunity, about our products, and about our business. A networker has their business in the forefront of their mind the whole time. So no matter where you go, you need to be prepared. You need to have your business cards on you, your flyers on you. You need to be thinking business the whole time and bringing it up in conversation when you can. You'll find new people to engage with, because, you know, at the end of the day, when you join Forever, not everyone is going to want your product and not everyone is going to want your opportunity. So you need to find new people and new circles all the time. You'll add value to the people that you meet, and you'll bring people together. You'll become one of those people that bring people together and create communities as well. And, you know, if you really throw yourself into being a professional networker, you'll never run out of people to talk to, and your business will continue to grow. So I do remember those early days in Forever, and you think to yourself, oh my goodness, I'm going to run out of people. But trust me when I tell you, you won't, because if you're doing what we teach all the time in our business model, you will never ever run out of people, because you're constantly making friends, you're constantly building relationships. And then it is when the opportunity arises, bringing up our products. It's not becoming a pest. It's not jumping out in front of people with your product the minute you see them. It's very much so when the opportunity arises. So next slide. Okay, so your ideal customer and who to target. Okay, so this is an exercise that can save you time, give better results, and lead to less frustration, because there can be a lot of frustration in this business. Paint a profile of your ideal customer for this type of product. So from Jeannie's slides, we have a better understanding as to what products are best suited to what skin types. Asking questions to your clients and customers, you'll be able to best guide them as to what suits their skin. Because remember, skin is the one thing, everyone is different. When they have a good experience or a good result, you may then get a powerful referral. And I always say that one powerful referral is better than 10,000 euros worth of advertising, because you then know that you're doing something right. So who is your ideal customer? Well, people that see value in quality products. Some people will just not buy our products, and that's okay. So you're looking for people that see value in investing in themselves. People who want to look and feel better. So we're in the look good, feel good industry. So you want people that want to look better. People who like trying new products. I say that all the time when I'm recruiting. I say I'm looking for people that want to try new products and then recommend them. We want raving fans. Okay, so raving fans, ask yourself the question, are you a raving fan about your own products? Do you use them? Do you tell everyone about them? So I have lots of customers who are raving fans and who get me new customers all the time. And of course, we're looking for people with a disposable income. So who do you know that has a good disposable income? Who do you know that has that money to spend on themselves? So who exactly do you target? Well, current customers, because they trust us and they trust our brand. So when you're talking about skincare, you know, talk to people that are already using your products, people that are drinking your gel, people that are taking supplements. Match the product to the customer profile. So Jeannie has gone through the different products to different age groups and match it to what best would suit them. And then, of course, ask for referrals all the time as well. So that is key to our business. We thrive on referrals. So ask, ask, ask. Don't be afraid to ask. Actually, a few of my team have it on their screensaver on their phone, the word ask, to remind them daily to ask people. Okay? So social media as a tool. Okay, so this is a good one, and this is something that can go very, very right, or something that can go very, very wrong. I joined Forever at a time where there was no social media. You know, there was no Facebook, there was no Instagram. It wasn't so easy to put up a post and suddenly have lots of followers and lots of likes and lots of people that you can follow up with. And so social media has no doubt exploded our industry, but it can be done very, very right, and then it can be done very, very wrong. So just be very, very careful which way you're going to go. Okay, you will need multiple exposures, okay, before you get a sale on social media. So it's not about putting up a post along with a product and your website. That's like going out into the street with a product and running up into someone's face with your website link. That's not going to work either, okay? It won't be effective. You wouldn't do it in real life, so don't do it on social media. When used correctly, social media gives you great exposure, greater reach, and connects you better to people. So you are building a story the whole time. So the number one thing, be social. So be social on social media. I'm sure most of you have had very good social media training, so I'm not going to go into this too much. But it is all about being social. Be that person that people are interested in reading your posts. You know, stories, put stories up instead of selling. As I said, don't put a product up. If you're going to put a product up, have the product in your hand so that it's not a Google image of the infinite set. It's the infinite set in your hand. Be creative, be unique, and be fun. And remember, there is only one of you. Don't copy other people's. You know, you wouldn't copy anything else. Don't copy in business. I have found that I have a personal page and I have a business page. This generates and helps develop leads. So I would meet a lot of people through my business page that would then go on to my personal page. So I build a lot of contacts that way. I also have product groups, and I'm sure most of you have the same. So product groups deliver information and increase retention of your customers. So as they see testimonials and as they hear stories, and you know, you can put up, so the likes of this infinite special offer at the moment, it's a great way of delivering the information to your customers without spamming everyone with product. Because if you're constantly putting a product on your own page, that's not going to work either. Okay, so do not spam, which is a huge thing. Okay, so let's get social. So the goal of our posts in social media, let's be honest, is to stand out, is to be memorable, is to connect emotionally. And I really think that emotional connection is very, very important with social media. And then to provoke an action where they will want to message you or they'll like your posts. And then, of course, you can follow up with them again. I find myself, my content varies very much so. It's an insight into what my life is like as a Forever business owner. We're very proud of Forever, and we're very proud of our industry, and we're very proud to work alongside them. So when you look at my page, you do see I'm a Forever business owner very, very quickly. We're very proud of the products that we use, and we find it very, very easy to recommend them, as you see some of my posts there. And we're also very thankful of the lifestyle that Forever has afforded us. So we do put up posts if we're on holidays, or, you know, if we're able to take the kids to the cinema, or we're able to go out for a nice meal. We do put them kinds of things up. And I will always say, you know, hashtag thank you Forever. Like, you know, it is so, so important to make people realize what this business and what this industry can give you. So, so important. But we don't talk about Forever all the time. We put up lots of posts about family. As I said, family having fun. But bear in mind, I have made a conscious decision to use Facebook as part of our marketing strategy. So do you have a marketing strategy? And that is very, very important. So your marketing strategy is what you're going to do on a daily, weekly, monthly basis to get your business in front of new eyeballs. You cannot just sit down on social media and start scrolling, or sit down and say, what will I do today? You need to know in advance who you're going to target, what you're going to do, and be very specific in what you're doing. Is it an IPA? Ask yourself every day, is what I'm doing on social media an IPA, which is an income producing activity? So part of my marketing strategy is that I do one post per day. And sometimes I'm lying in bed at 11 o'clock at night and I go, oh, sugar, I haven't done my post, and I have to get out of bed and do it because that's part of my marketing strategy. And if I don't do it, then I'm not following through on what I said I was going to do. Okay, so life is busy. On your business page, of course, you can schedule your posts, which is much, much easier to do, and always add them to your story as well. So, you're getting, again, your business just out there constantly. Make sure your personal page is public. A lot of people say to me, I have an issue with that. I have an issue with that because my kids are on it, or, but this is a conscious decision that I have made, that what I put up, I'm happy for people to see. I don't put up all my pictures. I quite often send them in messages to family and friends, those that I don't want to go on social media, and that's okay. But for those, you have to be telling a story. And remember that your social media has to be good so that you will get people mailing you wanting information on the products. And I regularly have people mail me saying, Niamh, what exactly is it you do? What is it you do? Because this is what I do, and I really envy your work-life balance. So can you tell me what it is you do? Maybe it would suit me too. So we need to keep people engaged. Moving pictures. Okay, so that picture there of the infinite was a boomerang, okay, but it didn't come across too good on the slides. But, moving pictures, I find the Boomerang app really, really good, because it's just a moving picture of a product in your hand, okay, is very, very powerful. As someone is scrolling on Facebook or Instagram or whatever social media platform they're on, and they see a moving product, they're more inclined to stop and to see what it is, more so than a still picture. Okay, so we need to show people that we're using our products, that there's a huge demand for them, and then show them that we're award winning. So anytime we win an award or anytime we're up for award, get that out there, guys, so that it's not just, us at home with our businesses, that these are organizations, these are awards, and we have simply the Rolls Royce in aloe vera. So if you have that conviction, then you won't be afraid to tell everybody about it. But it's definitely about finding the balance and showing people that we are the best. Okay, I love this. It is creating a poll. Okay, so creating a poll is simple, interactive, and it's lead generating as well. So this will give you contacts immediately to follow up with people that vote on your poll. So, if I put this, did you know that drinking aloe is great for your skin? It's fine to say, it's compliant. It's, did you know it's good for you? And they're going to tick yes or no. Yes, it's good for me. No, yes, I did. Yes, I knew. No, I didn't know. And then I was able to follow up on everybody from this poll, and I made some great sales because people were thinking, yeah, I used to drink that years ago. I haven't drank it in ages. Can I get some off you? So, it's very, very easy once you follow up with people. The fortune is in the follow-up. And sometimes you have to have an exposure to someone, a product in someone, I honestly think 4 or 5 times before they're going to say, yes, I will buy it. So all these little things in their subconscious all the time really and truly works. Show an order going out the door to someone. This skincare for teens. This was an order that I was going out to a customer of mine, and it was for her teenager. As Jeannie said earlier, it's brilliant. The skincare is fantastic for the teenagers. I have a 12-year-old uses the product, but these specifically work very, very well together as well. So I just put that up. That's all I put up. Order going out the door. There's nothing else needed to be written. And I got loads of inquiries. What do you have for troubled skin? What do you have for teenager skin? What is it? My daughter's 15. This is what's happening. What can you help? And the first thing I do is try and get them on the phone to have a chat with them and see. It's an individual consultation. So it's finding out, what that person is using and how we can help them. Because remember, we're in a helping industry as well. So our goal is to have happy customers who will then continue to buy off us. So as we know in our business, we aim for 4 cc's a month. I know this webinar is not on cc's, but if you can retail 4 cc's a month, not only are you earning a good income from it, but you're keeping customers very, very happy. I would generally do a lot more than that each month, purely on repeat customers. So I think that's very, very important to just focus in on your customers the whole time. Okay, so this one Jeannie is going to cover.
Yes.
The slides. Yeah, there you are. Super.
I'm here, yes. So basically, I'm kind of adding a little bit more because I know that Niamh actually uses, we talked about this earlier, she uses Facebook a lot more. I use Instagram a lot more. And I do a lot more what you call soft sell. I have a background in marketing, and soft sell is kind of where you kind of talk around things, but you don't overtly talk about the product, but then through what you're sharing, people are like, oh, tell me what you use, tell me what you do. You also do things like, in PR, you use awareness days or kind of ride on the wave of what else is going on. And so a great example is there's a National No Makeup Day on the 26th of April. So a few weeks ago, and we can go to the next slide, which is a real fun slide. This is me, no makeup. I was in a coffee shop. I was actually about to go to a photo shoot in the middle of a coffee shop, and I thought, okay, I'm going to take a picture, no makeup. And then I wrote this post, and it was all about telling stories. So I wrote this post of, hey, being really bold today, I have absolutely no makeup on. I know mascara would probably do wonders, and my brows, need a little help. But here I am. I think because I've had incredible skincare regime and I'm a healthy person, I can be proud that I'm almost 47 years old and I have great skin, and the only thing I said in there was, I'm a big believer in aloe, by the way, and it was like in parentheses, but that's all I said. So out of that, I got so many likes and comments, but in that, I got things like, so what's your secret? What do you use? And I'm like, well, thanks for asking, and I wrote back. And so it was such a great soft sell, but it's like, when we're using these products, we're being a product of the product, even when we get vulnerable and put ourselves with no makeup in the middle of social media. So next one. Here's another one, because I love to follow FBOs on Instagram, and this is a great one that could go along with a natural no makeup, because if you have makeup on, you're not going to see your skin necessarily, but if you have no makeup, it is 90% of your selfie. And I think this is fantastic because it's all about the soft sell as well, of just kind of talking about skin health and talking about the benefits of an ingredient and all those kinds of things. These are great ways to just add to your social media. So the next one. I did a lot of work here of just kind of all the hashtags, because I think it was last year when the biggest hashtags from celebrities was Mask Monday. So I started really using that when I, do the biocellulose mask. I'll go on there and be like, oh, I've been so tired today, but I feel so hydrated after using the biocellulose hashtag Mask Monday. And so here's some different hashtags that you can use that can generate just a new audience and maybe even new followers and some good interaction on social media. So back to you, Neve.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Fantastic. No makeup day.
No makeup day.
That. Yeah, there's a challenge.
I might even try it myself.
James said he might even try it himself.
That's right. I think you should.
Super, super. Okay, so next slide. I'm going to be here next slide in my sleep tonight. Okay, so pamper party. Okay, so perfect pamper party. As I said, I don't think there's such thing as a perfect pamper party, but what we can help you with, maybe from our experience, is some do's and don'ts. Okay, so a pamper party is in effect a product launch, but you're going in there with skincare in mind. It's a fantastic opportunity to engage with a captive audience that's interested in trying our products. So what could go wrong, huh? Well, what could go right? It's very, very funny one, okay? And we've heard a lot of FBOs having bad experiences with pamper parties, but these tend to be the case when you're not prepared. If you just copy another business owner's post and turn up at a stranger's house for pamper and prosecco with the promise of free beauty treatments, you're setting yourself up for a fall. Okay, big time. The new skincare presenter cards available to purchase with your next order are a fantastic guide as to how to run the night and what to say. So I'd highly recommend you get your hands on them. So here's a few do's and don'ts that we've put together. So do pick your audience, okay? So if you put a post on social media and you say, pamper night to the first 5 ladies that comment, and you offer to go to their home, don't just be so excited that, you have 20 people that want a pamper party and that you go to every single home. Find out what they're interested in, pop each of them a PM, have a chat with them. This is a really, really good way to actually engage in conversation and to open up conversation. And quite often from even a post on social media about a pamper party, you will get new customers if you engage properly with them, if you ask the right open-ended questions, if you find out what it is they're using, what products they're using, what it is they know about our brand as well. So you want to go to a home, you want to go somewhere where the audience is captive and they are very interested in what we do. I would recommend more a smaller audience, because they will be listening more and it's just much, much better. Duplication is key. So of course, whatever we do, we always ask, can our team do it? And you should do the same. So have it so simple that when you go in there, it's easy for everybody to copy. Know your objective. So you're going in there to showcase our products, and to not just the skincare. What I tend to do is when I go in there is, introduce myself, say hello to everybody. Obviously, there's going to be a glass of Prosecco, but tell your story. So I would open the evening by telling my story, and that connects with people in the room, and it makes them realize that you're not just going in there as a hard salesperson, that you're going in there, as, yes, you're a business owner, but that you're there to share and products that you love and that you can easily recommend. So to go in there, talk about the products, but I would always open a little bit about Forever. So I explain about the company, about the background, and I would start with our drinking gels. So everybody gets a shot of aloe vera because I explain about skin. I speak about skin, I speak about the several layers of the skin and how drinking aloe vera is so good for you. I explained that people do become obsessed with what they're putting on their skin, but what about their nutrition? What about what they're taking? What about what they're having every morning? So I would have the Arctic Sea, the bee pollen, the Vitalize for Women, I'd have the Multimaca, I'd have a lot of supplements with me, and I'd give a really quick 10-minute talk on supplements. And I can guarantee you, if you can get those ladies drinking the gel and taking one of our supplements, alongside our skincare, then you're going to see much better results. And of course, they're going to need their drinking gel much quicker than the skincare because it does last quite a long time. So if you get them on the drinking gel, your repeat business is much better. So that's what I would do for sure. And don't spend too much money. Remember, you are in this business to make money. So don't splash all your profit on Prosecco and also on buying product as well. Obviously, you want to go in there with as much product as you can, but we're not telling you to go out there and buy a full Infinite, a full Sonia, the Target range. It's going to take time to build that up. So what we would say to you is, what product are you using? What are you using at home? If you're using the Sonia skincare, maybe focus on that. If you're using the marine mask, bring that along. Whatever products you're using. Don't over-promise and under-deliver. As I said, don't put up saying you're going in there to do beauty treatments. Remember, you're not qualified to do beauty treatments. So unless you are qualified, you cannot do that. So they must apply the products themselves, and whether it be to the back of their hand or onto their face. You cannot go in there doing facials because you're not insured to do so, and it's a big no-no. And don't waste time with random strangers. So as I said, when you put a post up on social media is amazing, but it opens you up to everybody and to all kinds of people. And don't get so excited that you go running out there and, out 4 or 5 nights a week, spending a fortune on Prosecco, going to people's homes that aren't going to order any products. So really be, be very careful with who you are choosing for your pamper parties, and be very select and be very mindful of your time and be very protective of your time as well. And because you are busy, you should be busy, and you want your time to be well spent as well. Have you anything, Jeannie, that you could add to that, or that you can think of?
I think the other thing is just, you have on here, don't do treatments unless you're qualified. I always encourage with all the skincare to do a patch test, because you never know. You just never know. But also, if you do it on your hand, and you can have the guests come and do it on one hand, yes, they see the difference, especially if you use the exfoliator, the moisturizer, whatever, whether it's the Sonia or the Infinite. I'd always encourage you to use the exfoliator because people see a difference. And it is a try before you buy experience. And so that's just a little hint, is to be compliant. Don't put it on, don't do treatments, that kind of thing, but do something on the hands.
Yeah, exactly, because they're looking at their 2 hands and one looks better than the other.
Exactly.
Yeah, super. Okay, so retailing, I think this is one of our last slides anyhow. So number 1 is testimonials. So facts tell and stories sell. That is something I learned, I think, at my very first training with Forever. And it's that is number 1. Value your products. So it's a sustainable business. So don't be Don't be cutting your costs. Don't be discounting. You know, we're all in this together. Everybody, don't go into a price war with someone that lives locally to you or someone that you know. And, you know, if you have a team and you're undercutting, how are your team going to compete with that? It just doesn't work. Have such value on your products, value your products in your business up here, and be proactive, you know, get experience packs out, and then be patient as well. Be super, super patient. This business takes time. So whether it's skincare or sports supplements, drinks, deodorants, soaps, generating sales is quite similar. What might stand to an advantage to you is promoting products that you are passionate about. So what is it that you're passionate about? That you are using and that you're in a position of influence relevant to that product. So, you know, if you're a football player, what are you going to promote? You're going to promote the RG, the heat lotion, the shakes to your football team. And that's how you're going to move product, okay? So we coach duplication to our team all the time. So if you're brand new to Forever, you might not be in a position to purchase all the skincare, as I said, or all the products, but to keep it simple, just start talking and start recommending the products that you love. As Jeannie said, become a product of the product. Become your own raving fan. And if you are passionate about a product, like I could honestly stand over all of our products because I use them all here. And I'll tell you a really funny story just to end to end my slot. When I first joined Forever, and like, you know, I bought the starter pack and I'd be going out doing launches, and I was quite busy, you know, it was fantastic. And, you know, I would go around my home. People say to me all the time, I don't have a launch kit. I can't afford to have kits of product to bring into people's homes. I used to go around the house here and I'd be taking the shampoo from the shower, the soap from the shower, my own skincare into the kitchen, my drinking gel from the fridge, my supplements from the, you know, everything that I was using myself, I brought out and I did a launch. And then it is so easy to stand there and recommend these products because they're products that I'm using, they're products that I am passionate about, and then it genuinely is a recommendation business. However, the problem is I'd drive home and I'd leave all the products in the car. And then James would get up at 6 a.m. to go to work, and there'd be no soap, there'd be no shampoo, there'd be no drinking gel in the fridge. And the one thing that I'd always keep in my handbag at the end of the launch was my Sonia serum or my moisturizer or my cleanser to take off my makeup when I go in. So it was a really, really funny story. But I'm just telling you that to share with you that you don't need to invest huge amounts of money to do pamper nights and to retail well. Just use the products that you're using yourself, be a product of the product, and become a raving fan. Can you add it into that, Jeannie?
Yeah, I completely agree. You know, I think I've been using Infinite for 2 years. And like I said, I'm going into my upper 40s and I don't think my skin's looked better. You know, it's fantastic. And then my kids, to having 2 teenagers, my daughter started using the Sonia, and my son, who's 2 years younger and hit all the fun teenager stuff, watched his sister's skin clear up over months. And by Christmas, he was like, Mom, I've got to use it too. And now I'm watching, because I really believe in skincare is consistency. And now his skin is really calming down as well. And so just our family alone love these products. And I could go on and on about the skincare.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. So don't forget the discount, okay? So there's a discount on the Infinite by Forever products until the 31st of May while stocks last. So the discount includes 15% off Infinite. And so that's brilliant, isn't it? That's really, really good. Yeah, it's fantastic. And 10% off individual Infinite by Forever products. So brilliant. So make sure, guys, to take advantage of that. Let your customers know and really, really promote it, because I know anyone that's bought it before will really love that discount. That's a lovely picture of you, Jean.
I look so serious.
Very serious face. Do you want to do the slide?
Yeah, well, basically, we've got an incentive right now and prizes. And so the winner is going to be announced in mid-May. And so with that, if you win, you can get an apron. Everybody asks me about the apron. I have one of them when I do the trainings. And this would be fantastic if you did a pamper party to get an apron. And so that is one of the things. And then we've got a Forever Essentials travel kit and a selection of Forever skincare products. And so this is for the people who send the most Infinite kits. between now and our next webinar.
Super. That's a great incentive. I wouldn't mind one of those aprons.
I know, I love this apron.
Totally jealous. Totally jealous. Okay, so the tools available. So guys, there's lots and lots of tools available to you guys to use. You just need to really plug in and to get using them. So tools available on Forever Knowledge. So for info on adverts, social posts, videos, skincare literature for the Sonia Daily Skincare and the Infinite. Product manual, then of course training dates, your Pamper Party cards. So I'd highly recommend that you get
those. Are brand new. Those are brand new. They've come out.
Really good. Really, really good. Articles, blogs, and check out the skincare category on foreverknowledge.info blog. These are some of our upcoming blogs. So how can you stop your skin from aging? How to achieve beautiful skin from the inside out, and Forever's face mask. What's the difference? Okay, so a tip, the blogs are compliant, ready to go, and easy to share. Don't forget to add your retail link when promoting to customers. So is there anything else there that you can add to that?
I think that's it, which is a lot.
Which is a lot. Yeah, it's huge amount. Okay, so questions. So let me see, have we any questions? Now, can you see these, Jeannie?
Yes. Let's see.
There's one there from Dorothy. What would you suggest?
What would I suggest with, basically she's addressing if there's a man with a beard with dandruff and dry spots on his face. I mean, obviously with compliance, I can't respond because this is a little bit of a condition. However, like I said, if there's dryness, what you're wanting is moisture. And so I would suggest the Infinite, but also the Alpha E. The Alpha E, obviously we didn't talk about it today, but it's fantastic for hydration and moisture. And a lot of men use it on their bald heads, actually. I've heard that it's fantastic, but on their beards as well. And so I would definitely recommend that along with the Infinite.
Super, super. So is Boomerang an app? Yes.
Yes, yes, it is. Or it's on your Instagram. You can do that if you have Instagram.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so James, stop. You're moving very fast here. Okay, so Love the Skincare for Teens template. Are they available to download?
You need to marry an ex-graphic designer to get one of them.
or I would say, and I talk about this in my training, you can use canva.com. It's free, and you can create great looking social media posts. So canva.com.
Canva.com. Okay, I'm going to write it.
It's free. And it's like the easy way. You can do all kinds of things, Instagram, Facebook, and make beautiful templates, actually.
Super. There you go. I've learned something new. Thank you very much.
All right. You're welcome.
Okay. What's the best product to tackle pigmentation?
Again, that's a condition, but try the illuminating gel to help bring smoothness. Epiblanc is another classic product. We use natural, not harsh chemicals like some of the ones on High Street. And so it's going to take a little longer. You always need to use an SPF if you're dealing with pigmentation. Again, use the exfoliator. That's going to also help as well. But with compliance, I can't totally address a condition, but you can work around that. And
yeah, super. Okay, so is Forever Living going to bring back the hand and face soap? I prefer the new hand soap.
I can't totally answer all of that. I mean, I think marketing is going to be able to do that, and hopefully we'll find out some things in Global Rally.
Exactly. Okay, so this is a good one. For pamper parties, are they not allowed to apply it to their own face?
They can apply it to their own face. However, I always encourage, like I said, a patch test first. I mean, I met someone who was allergic to cucumber. Who's allergic to cucumber, Yeah. But every individual is different. So I think unless they've tried the products, I would say put it on their hands. But a great thing is if your host is one who uses the products, that would be a great person to they could put it on themselves if they want to. Mm-hmm. And if you get permission, but I do think it's a good idea to do just the hands.
That's a good idea, actually. I heard someone else say that who's been in Forever even longer than myself. Somebody that's hosting a party that she dropped down a box of products a few days beforehand.
Yes.
The hosts really start using everything so that they can say they can be ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so what is the difference between the normal aloe scrub and the exfoliator from the targeted range?
The difference is that in the aloe scrub, there's jojoba. In the exfoliator, in the new targeted range, there's jojoba plus there's the bamboo extract. So it's going to give it a little bit of a finer type of scrub in the new targeted range. But I use the other aloe scrub like in the shower and that kind of thing. So it's really dependent on how much you want in terms of exfoliation.
Super, super. Is taking active HA a good idea for anti-aging skincare?
Louise would be better to answer that. So yeah, I'll let Louise answer.
Leave that one with Louise. Okay, will this training be posted on Facebook so we can watch it again? That means we must have done okay.
I don't know if it's on Facebook, but I know it will be on Forever site. Yeah. So yes, we will have this is recording right now, so it will be available.
Super, super.
Yeah, there's one about aloe scrub being used every day. Please, no exfoliator should be used every day. You will overstimulate your skin. I know it's a lot more gentle, but I still encourage only about 2 to 3 times a week with an exfoliator. And I think that is something, especially with those with oily skin, you think, oh, I'm going to use an exfoliator all the time. But actually what you're doing is you're making the problem worse. And so try to keep it to only 2 to 3 times a week.
Super, super. Do we have hand products as well as face products?
Do we have we have all of our like aloe moisturizing lotion and our aloe. Yeah, we do have hand products, but that's a whole other training.
A whole other training, absolutely.
Yes. What is the ingredient that gives the infinite the most pungent smell? The Centipede Cunninghami is one of them. There's a few others, but what they did is, because 40% of people won't buy a product with perfume, and none of our skincare has perfume, which is fantastic. But because of that, it has left in the restoring cream a pungent smell, but that only lasts for about a minute or 2, and it's a real earthy, woodsy smell, and it's a combination of different ingredients, but especially the Centipede Cunninghami that helps reduce the appearance of the depth of wrinkles. So it's a really potent ingredient.
Super, super. Okay, are the discounts automated when a customer buys a product?
Yes.
So that would be yes on the retail site. On the retail site, and wholesale both would have the discount there. So that's a yes. Can you see any others there, Jeannie?
I'm trying to. You said it can be used. The aloe activator, it can be used by men with sensitive skin, or women with sensitive skin, or teens by sensitive skin. I mean, basically, the activator is in the targeted range, but it's not in a regime. So it's not something you would use every day, but you could. It's a preference. It's very soothing. It's got all those wonderful benefits that aloe has, because it's 100% aloe in the aloe itself. And then, of course, it's 98% in the bottle with the 2% added comfrey plant extract, which is an emollient, and so it's going to be very hydrating on the skin. And so you're going to just get all the benefits of aloe, but it's great for sensitive skin, for dry skin. If you just want hydration, if you want soothing, that's when you would use the activator.
Super.
Are the blogs on Forever Knowledge? Yes, they are.
Super, super.
What? I'm going through the questions. Okay, Jeannie, what skincare routine? This is from Georgia. What skincare routine would you suggest for very troubled skin, aka acne prone, all those conditions that I can't really answer with compliance, but troubled skin, angry skin? That's what the Sonia Daily Gel System is all about. It's for that troubled skin and bringing balance to oils, controlling the oils, and helping your skin to get to its healthy place that it's supposed to be. So that's what the Sonia Daily is for.
Super. There's one there. I was at Louise Riley's training recently, and the Bio Mask is great for men with beards.
Yes, it is. I think the Biocellulose mask is great for everybody. And that is one mask. Our other masks, you need to be careful and not do more than 1 or 2 times a week because of your skin being too active and overdoing it. But however, I would say that the biocellulose you can do all the time because it's all about just drinking in and hydration. So if I could, I would do it every day. I can't. Yeah. But, you know.
Okay, we might leave it at that, Jeannie.
Yes.
Yeah, because we've gone quite well, not over, but it's be the longest.
Yeah, I know. We could go on and on.
We could go on and this fabulous, absolutely. There's so many questions, so there's no way we'll get through all the questions anyhow. So many questions. So I suppose
come to a training. I was
about to say the next port to call is to go to one of Jeannie's trainings. Absolutely, because you cannot beat a full day's training.
Yes.
At all, not at all. So thank you all very, very much for taking the time out this evening.
Definitely.
On the webinar. And Jeannie, thank you so much for sharing all your knowledge and expertise. It's very, very, it's amazing. Absolutely amazing. And I hope everyone is soaking it up like a sponge. So thank you very much, everybody. And thanks to James for his technical
yes, thank you, James.
help. Absolutely. And I'm seeing lots of thank yous. You're very, very welcome, guys. We really, really enjoyed it. And we'll see you all again soon.
All right.
Okay,
bye.
good night. Bye.